And death.
That's where we come in. And death. And also snake guns.
Mostly snake guns. Kevin, if you're watching this somehow, you better be preparing that snake gun, man. You've only got 71 years.
Listen, as long as death comes for me, I'm fine.
No, death actually has forsaken you.
See, that's why that's how it works. Is one if you get into that tragic kind of figure kind of way, then death forsakes you and you're cursed. That was, there's been a couple of characters in games I've run that have ended up that way. That death has forsaken them, even though it should really come for them.
True. I simply refuse to die, and therefore I won't.
Mm-hmm.
Again, 94 snake gun.
I want to die at least 12 times.
It's fair.
A ripe old 12 times? Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Even dozen, yeah.
What about a baker's dozen?
Nope, that'd be 13.
I'll take 13.
It's not as fun, though. Everyone expects 13, because it's like the unlucky number. Throw them
That's
off their
the
rhythm.
point.
Do it 12.
Well, why would I throw them off their rhythm when I could throw them off their rhythm by being normal?
Or 76.
Why do I feel like I have to do like the song, the rhythm of the the rhythm of the something or other? Yeah, the rhythm of night music. We need that now, kind of blazing as you're saying the rhythm. Anyway, way fucking off track. Welcome to fucking playing D&D. God damn it.
Great.
Oh god, this is a great start.
Probably die.
I mean, that's every episode. You're probably going to die because you're going to do something that could result in horrible, horrible amounts of death.
What are we going to do that we're going to die?
Yeah, and I'm now, I'm no longer stopping Carrie's bad impulse control.
I mean,
Kaz is now joining in. I'm so sorry, but Claud and Cole have to be the controlled ones.
We're only going to be going and messing with a killer gorilla that is very territorial.
We're gonna go fuck with
I'm
Donkey.
gonna arm wrestle him.
We're gonna go fuck with Donkey Kong, aren't we?
Maybe.
You're not wrong.
Part of you is not wrong, I'm going to say. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Maybe it'll be Diddy Kong instead.
It's even worse, honestly.
Diddy Kong does
Kinda.
not
Diddy
have
Kong has,
the
like,
self-esteem to rule.
Diddy Kong has like a gun. So
Diddy's got a gun.
I mean, it's accurate, he does.
Little Diddy.
But, yeah, no, you have the plans to go and meet a very nice gorilla by the name of, Grunt.
Cranky Kong. Oh.
Plans is a strong word.
So, it is in the direction of dragons. That's positive.
Well, kind of.
Imagine them, please.
Mm-hmm.
I make a will save to disbelieve the dragons.
That's
Dagrants.
disappointing.
Well, then you disbelieve yourself. Congratulations, you've ceased to exist.
Woo!
You know what? I'll take it.
So is the asshole who resides in me.
No, he just shows up then and he's like, well, I'm free now. Thank you.
And
No,
I
fuck
burn
that.
him. He's made of metal and I have heat metal. I burn that bitch alive.
Mm.
Good luck catching me. I'm in a hole.
Mm. But now he has Claud's body because Claud's disappeared.
Still made of metal.
You know what Claude's body has?
Mm.
Metal.
Kaz's blood.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll fucking duster box that bitch. Don't tempt me. You gave me a kill switch for literally everything in existence.
Mm-hmm.
And then you gave me 6 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Good thing it wasn't given to Carrie.
Especially 6 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Especially 6 of them.
So, what's the plan?
Bold of you to assume we have one.
Yeah, we don't have a plan. I'm pretty sure the plan is literally just go there. I think Thunder's guiding again, because Thunder knows shit.
I was taking lead because I'm the least likely since I was touched by the guardian spirit.
That's right. He won't kill you.
Outright.
Least likely to be killed.
No. Won't kill you. Outright.
It's better than killing in, right?
Give it time.
It'll be a slow and painful death.
I don't think inright's a word.
I don't think it is either.
What about left, right?
Center?
Left, right. No, wait.
It's left, right, left.
No. I'm thinking about the cheat code.
Oh,
Up, down, left, right.
Thank you.
maybe start select.
It's a fucking Konami code.
It's the only thing left of Konami. It's the great Pachinko Wars.
Chinko Wars?
It's really just Konami switched to Pachinko machines because they're like gambling pays more money, and then stopped making video games.
I didn't even know that happened.
Yes,
Do you think the Konami code still works on Pachinko machines?
it would be
That'd
really.
be hilarious.
It would
I
be
don't
great.
think they have all the right buttons.
Unfortunately, I agree. I've never tried an actual Pachinko machine, so I only vaguely know how they work. Anyway,
You drop a ball.
I guess if you're leading the way, make a survival check.
Yay. 23.
Okay. Do you want your squirrel's help?
No.
Oh yeah, we have a squirrel.
Yes!
How's he doing?
I do not want its
Manuel.
help.
Yes!
I do not want its help because it's going to make it worse.
I don't know, I think Marshall can help.
Oh, it's that way, Maximilian.
Yeah, he's pointing a random direction.
Melvin, I'm not sure if you're right on this one.
I will tell you, Claude, you know the squirrel is not picking the right direction.
Yeah, he's wrong again. Stop asking squirrels for directions.
The squirrel has like -2 to the roll and disadvantage. The squirrel is not good at this.
Listen, Millie managed to lead me out and kept me alive, so I'm gonna listen to the squirrel.
Didn't you say that Michael led you into the path of a giant bat?
And then led me out of it.
I'd rather not get in the path in the first place.
Yeah, it doesn't
I
seem
don't know, I
very
kind of want to
smart.
see the giant bat again.
That's because
I
you're
also
bad.
want to see the
Yes.
giant bat.
That's because you're both baddie.
Well, yes.
I should have, I don't know if I made this obvious. I'm leaning into Carrion's whole craziness now.
Why am I
Um,
carrying
Because
your
my
blood
craziness is
anymore?
the best form, so...
So that means Claude, you have to be the responsible one. Cole, you're welcome to help Claude to be the responsible one. I'm not doing it anymore. It's very tiring.
I've already been the responsible one.
You picked every lock in a haunted house because you were curious about what was inside.
And we got a lot of information that way.
We also unleashed a horrible monstrosity. I don't even know what the fuck he is.
Monstrosities? Carrion got possessed.
Well, that was your own fault.
That was kind of my own fault. I'll give you
I
that.
still mostly blame the witch for giving you a bad potion on that one.
But we can still blame me because I trusted the witch.
It's more fun to blame the witch for all of our problems.
Well,
But
that's
she also went and seeked the witch, even though knowing she was evil.
I was there too.
Do you follow any of
fair.
this? I don't follow any of this.
she taught
No,
me
I
some
think
really
they're
cool
actually just insane.
I know.
Look,
Our sanity's
Listen, I
beside the
told
point.
witch. The witch was evil. I knew
Nuts.
that, but I said no.
I think we should blame all of our problems here henceforth on the witch, because technically we have no way of knowing if it's her fault or not.
Why can't I just blame it on the one weird dude that started this whole thing off? You
These
know,
are
the shadow one?
delicious.
Could have
Oh,
some
I
of
have
those.
his.
There
name
you
written
go.
down.
Okay, Cole takes them.
There's some kind of nut.
Hey.
They're like walnuts or something. He's just chewing on and enjoying the show. On top of a bear.
Right, Dalton? Brian Dalshin? Whatever the fuck his name was?
Bitch. Let's blame him.
Yeah. Okay, I'm blaming it on him too. Claude, are you good with blaming things on Shadow Man?
Sure. I also blame the weatherman.
The Weatherman?
Yes.
Who's the weatherman?
I don't know.
Is that me? I can
don't think
control the weather!
Okay, I don't want to blame things on you, Thunder. You're like cool.
Excellent! Should I
Can you
control the
make-
weather?
Yes.
Alright then, let's have
make it
rain!
nice.
Of course, rain!
Fuck yeah.
I'm okay with this. It means I'm less likely to start fires.
I just like rain.
Control weather. Let's
Can we
see.
please not have rain?
Raining.
Why are you such a party pooper?
I stand
Look, I'm
next
wearing
to
a nightcap.
Claude so it doesn't rain on him.
Thank
It'll
you.
take 10
Are
minutes to
you
cast.
the Weatherman, Cole?
Cole
I
is
just
the
have-
weatherman.
I just have some control over weather.
Exactly. You're a
Ooh, I do too! As he's casting a spell. 10 minutes later, there will be eventually torrential rain.
And it
Fuck
doesn't
yeah.
fall around cold.
Yeah.
I don't want to get wet. I'm going in the bag. Carrion, can you hold the bag?
Hey, you asked for him to change the weather. You deal with it.
Yeah, well, it's only in 5-mile radius, so he's like, it's only the 5-mile radius, so you've got some distance if we want to go that way and get out of it.
I have small legs. I'm gonna let Carrion carry me. Yeah.
That's why I'm carrying the bag.
Let me check how many. It'll take
I'm living up to my name, you know.
1, 10.
Yes, let's make things more difficult on us.
Yes.
You asked for it, so.
I didn't. I said no.
But
Okay,
I said
Weather was asked for and weather was provided.
I didn't want it. I didn't ask for it.
Okay, yeah. So, I mean, like, the torrential rain will, if you keep walking, it'll occur around the time you're getting out of the 5-mile radius. So you don't have a lot of time, I checked, of torrential rain. Only about 10 minutes. You do have, like, a half an hour of just rain in general.
Oh man, thank God I picked Storm Sorcerer so I don't have to deal with rain.
Yeah, but we still have to deal with the wet, muddy conditions the rain
That's fine.
creates.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's a little longer like that. I have to subtract 3 from there, because it starts out at stage 1. It probably actually was like clouds. So then it goes to the precipitation. It would be 1... it starts raining about an hour in of your 2-hour journey outside of the territory that he causes it. So yeah, okay.
Right, so an hour in, we get slowed down.
Yeah, and then, overcast, rain, and then torrential rain for, about 40 minutes.
Perfect.
It could be worse, Claude. It could be a blizzard. That is not an invitation
Don't
for you.
give
to
him
make
an
it.
idea.
I'm stating very clearly, not an invitation for a blizzard.
He
not make
didn't
it snow.
change the temperature, but did make it windy. So it's gale force winds, we'll say now.
Can I cover myself in mud?
I mean, yes.
You're probably
Hell yeah.
already covered in mud.
Yeah.
But I want to be covered head to toe in mud.
What direction is the wind blowing?
Probably because of the nature of Yavimaya, I would say most likely it's a
It's a powerful nor'wester.
north-south winds are probably most likely, just because of the but let me just check here the map, brief map here. Please load up you map of Yavimaya. Please work video.
Why would anything work?
Yeah, I know. This, like, just clicking on a button it normally would, like, work, and it's, not behaving itself.
Crank it till it works.
I mean,
What did you just say?
That doesn't,
I'm the one on cold medication. And that's what you say?
I'm gonna say probably, like, coming down from the coming up from the south, because that's towards more the open ocean, so it's a lot easier to create the south-north winds.
Okay, it's
So they
more
are
specific than I wanted to know.
Sure.
Thank you.
But they are sort of
yeah,
partially to your back because you're heading northeast.
I make the wind fully to our back because I can also do that.
Okay.
Just don't fall forward.
Yeah.
I do that multiple times on
Can't
purpose.
fall, I'm in the bag.
I dump out the bag.
Kaz is having a great time.
You should not dump out the bag. Oh my god. That's
be
gonna delay us by several hours.
yeah, bad.
The amount of shit I've got in this bag.
Also, some of it's quite dangerous just to dump out into random
Oh,
parts.
holy shit, yeah. Are you kidding me? I have a gun that shoots electricity. No, I have an electric spear gun in
You
this
also
bag.
have duster boxes in there.
Yes. Those, however, are modified to have, like, a thing over the button. Like a little,
Yeah.
latch and lock, so that they don't accidentally trigger just floating around in the bag. I also have several trashy romance novels that I don't want to get wet.
Mm-hmm.
Too bad. I mean, we could just open the bag and let it rain into it.
No.
So, by the time it's, like, torrential raining, you'll be able to notice that Thunder seems to have fallen asleep halfway.
Still walking?
He's on top of a bear
Oh, nice.
It is, yeah.
with a lion next to that bear. They're both very wet.
They're gonna smell beautiful.
Well, are they within 20 feet of me?
Probably not.
Well, then they are wet. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Well, you'll go, and eventually you'll be able to emerge from the rain into more rain? Because you'll realize that you are in a jungle of sorts, so it rains here anyway. So, I mean, he did alter the weather, but it doesn't mean that it won't just rain.
Pray he doesn't alter it further.
Not any worse than it was. It's better than it was, is what I mean. It's no longer torrential, it's just down to normal rain once you exit the area of it.
It's like the shit I actually have in real life. It's just I go rain.
Mm-hmm.
I'm giving him my dry cleaning bill.
Well, this part isn't his fault. He's like, it's not my fault. I didn't create this rain.
No, for the first mud that we had to crawl through.
Oh, it's fine. Everybody loves some mud.
Yes.
Of course,
Like
the
an
clothes, coaster clothes are part of me, so.
Yeah, how can you call it dry cleaning?
Yes! You too can get mud in everywhere.
Just
Why do you think
change the
why do you think the
clothes
bugs
that are
don't
part
eat me?
of you for dry ones.
Watch this! As he just kind of, like, leaps off the bear and, like, just, like, belly flops into mud. Then rolls
You're
around
nuts.
a little bit and gets up. Like, kind of, like, shakes it off like a dog and climbs up on the bear again.
I like this man.
That's exactly what I want to do.
I thought that's what you did do.
But
I
he's
think I wanna
also,
do it.
remember, he's also very naked all the time.
Yeah,
So,
Who am I to
I'm
judge?
half naked.
Yeah.
mhm. The only reason you don't notice anything on him is he's usually covered in mud and gunk and stuff from the forest. And has, like, a massive beard. That's now also very tangled with mud and stuff. It has, like, more twigs in it and stuff. Oh, wait. Ah! Here you go, buddy! He pulls a frog out of his beard and gives it to his bear.
Does the bear eat it?
Sure.
Why?
Bear's gotta
It's,
eat.
it's food.
Well, that's the cycle of life for you.
That poor frog.
It's alright. There's like a dozen more of them in there.
There's a lot of frog in this man's beard.
I
Oh,
don't
not
want to
in
know
my
what,
beard, in the mud.
I don't want to know what else is in that beard.
Though I don't partake much. I am similar to the gorillas you saw. They rarely eat meat, but occasionally do. The same could be said for me. There are times when you have opportunities. But as a master of squirrels, well, you kind of eat a lot of nuts. And small berries and various
And
fruits.
squirrels when they die.
Oh, no. That's his job. The lion just kind of like just sits there looking. But no, I've never been to this area of the forest. Well, I think I have, but not in a long time.
Do you know anything about him?
Oh, the one they call the Lonely King? Not really. I know of his territory. I haven't entered into it.
Are we close yet?
Oh, much more than we were before.
Well, I would assume so, since we've been traveling towards it.
Yes, but it quite takes some time. Perhaps another day's journey. Especially if the weather.
You better have room in that bag for tonight.
Look, so long as you don't have to breathe, you are welcome to spend. And as long as you don't have to breathe and weigh under a certain amount, you can sleep in the bag.
I do not have to breathe. And I've slept in your bag before, so I'm sure I am under the amount of weight.
Okay, then it's fine.
I will not go giant form in your bag.
If you do, and the bag rips, I'll kill you wherever we end up.
If we end up in the same place.
I will hunt you down. I will kill you. And that's a promise.
Can I bring Spot my portable hole?
No. Do you have a portable hole?
No.
Good, because if you had brought a portable hole in the bag,
I know what it
all
does.
be fucked.
I was making a joke.
It was entirely possible I'd forgotten you had a portable hole.
That's the problem.
Dead a while ago.
It could have been some things you've forgotten, yes.
No, I do not have a portable hole.
Okay, you had me freaked out for a second there.
Other than my orifices that I have on my body.
I was gonna make the same joke.
Bad.
Got there before you.
I guess since you're a shape changer, they would be portable. I guess?
Well, then I don't always have holes. I could have no holes.
And I think they're just temporary holes.
Yeah, just temporary holes. Oh. Anyway, you'll continue on for a good chunk of the day before evening begins to come. What's your plans for staying tonight? I've got one that I can use.
Let me guess, a tree.
No, it's much too rainy in the tree.
Under the mud.
Is it another giant worm?
Oh, no. And you're close with your mud comment.
A cave.
Still close.
Are you
log.
going to dig a hole?
There you go.
You're gonna sleep in a hole.
Yes. With rains
bury
like
yourself.
this. Well, maybe not necessarily bury yourself, but with them red like this, there are some areas where there's some harder clay, which doesn't get so mucky, which you can kind of dig into and create little shelters. You will have to create a little water trap to keep it out, but I wouldn't recommend staying in the trees in the water like this. It keeps certain things that would be more active into the tree tops rather than floating around between them.
I'm gonna be in a bag.
All right then. I'll get to work. He's gonna transform into a horse-sized badger.
Neat.
And I poke him with a spoon.
He mauls the
get it?
crap out of you. And then he digs. The bear's just gonna kind of stare at you along with the lion. They have the bear and the lion have like been all like you tell that they've like a we don't take no shit attitude.
I mean, that's valid. Same.
Yeah. I mean, they probably have to put up with his shit a lot. So.
Yeah, they get a lot of squirrel meat out of it, though.
I mean, that's true. A lot of squirrel meat. You get fat on squirrel meat. Those squirrels, they keep dying to raves. They are not the best partiers.
Gonna be honest, Squirrel Rave was worth it.
There's like a memoriam for like, you know, the squirrels that passed away during Squirrel Rave. Worth it. In memoriam. Chitters. Jimmy. Beelzebub. Don't ask about that.
Conrad the Eighth.
Yes.
And Conrad the Ninth, yeah.
And Conrad the Ninth. And Minky Doo.
And Conrad the 12th. But 10 and 11, they're still out there.
Yeah.
They're still
fine.
partying, actually.
They're still partying. You couldn't stop them.
Legend says to this day.
It's
What
only
is the
been like
lifespan
3
of a
days.
squirrel?
I have to look that up. I'm actually not sure what the lifespan of a squirrel is.
About 6 years.
Eastern gray squirrel. Yeah, 6 years. So I mean, that's an okay amount of time.
6 years of partying.
Yeah.
Maximum recorded lifespan for gray squirrels is 12 years.
Ooh, the alpine mammoth is 15 to 18 years.
Mm-hmm.
And the eastern gray squirrel could go up to 20 miles an hour.
Neat. Squirrel facts. Squirrel facts.
Is this like a new segment?
I mean,
I can go on about the gestation periods.
no, that's not needed. Thank you, though. So, yeah. He'll dig a burrow of some kind. It's going to be kind of be mucky and muddy, but it will be staying together. And there seems to be kind of like, it kind of goes down and then it kind of dips up into an area, so it's almost got kind of like a little indentation area. Then the bear and the lion will go down into there.
Ooh, prairie dogs are related to squirrels.
Is there like enough room in there for other people?
Sure.
Alright, yeah.
It might be a little cozy.
I'm going in the bag.
As we've established, Cole has slept in much worse, including a giant worm's nose.
Yeah, you already slept there.
At least you didn't pull out any feathers and tickle it.
Yes. It's a little cold and wet, but it's not too bad. It seems as though, like, you know, you've got some insulation from the ground. Not a lot, but some. And the little, like, dip he has is indeed gathering some water together, kind of keeping the entire area from being flooded, as it's still raining.
Well, it's cozy. Look at that.
Mud.
All right, and you'll rest.
I'm cuddling with Kaz.
You are not. You try to get close and he just points a gun at you every time.
I just wait till you're asleep. I only have to rest for 4 hours.
You try and he will wake up and point a gun at you still.
Don't fucking steal my kettle, buddy.
If you like, it can turn into a mog.
No. I'll light you on fire. It's really hard to do in a vacuum, but I'll do it.
It's a challenge. You've accepted this challenge.
Remember, it does have some air in it, and since neither of us have to breathe.
Exactly. I will light you on fire for 10 minutes.
I'll just start breathing.
I mean, it just lowers the amount of time you'll be on fire, but
Exactly.
On fire.
It makes the pain last less, I guess.
I guess.
No, then I'll use acid. Hey, that's it. I'll use acid.
I put myself out by breathing.
I'll just heat your body instead. You're made of metal. Do you know
But
how
I'm
easy it is
hugging
to
you.
heat metal?
But I'm gonna hug you.
I don't care. I'll take us both out. It's my bag. I make the fucking rules. I'll
It's
throw
my
your ass out on the
bag.
dirt. I will.
It's my bag, and I do what I want to. No.
Anyway, you'll enjoy the night.
Will we, though?
Roll for night enjoyment.
I'm gonna say sure.
I
You
was
might want to
kidding.
rephrase that.
I don't want to roll for night enjoyment.
Especially when it's just the two of us.
Yeah, and Kaz has stated multiple times he does not want to enjoy the night with Claude.
I mean, you certainly could. It's fine.
I can look like anything you want.
I'll look what you want. That doesn't make any sense. I got it. My brain. So yeah. Great. You'll rest the evening, and then, the next day will arrive, of course.
Has the rain stopped?
No, the rain has not stopped, unfortunately. It has, certainly lessened, I will say. It's certainly less rainy than it was, but it still is raining.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And don't use the spread.
Okay.
A wonderful morning! He's gonna go down to, like, the area that was the kind of, like, dip, which is now kind of like a pool of water, and he's gonna be drinking out of it, along with the bear and the lion. Ha! Fresh! Enjoy some rainwater with me.
Yeah, I've
Good.
had worse.
I'll do it.
I've had much worse.
I don't need to drink.
You're not even there. You're still in the bag.
No, Kaz has pushed him out of the bag.
Cole
Okay.
consumes some rainwater and then pulls out a flask and starts having some alcohol.
Okay.
It's time to cope.
Kaz will hang an open canteen out of the bag so that it just slowly fills up with rainwater.
Okay.
Can I make my own tea using, like, burning hands and a flask?
It won't be very good. It'll be sort of warmed up, because burning hands doesn't last that long.
I'll waste all my spell slots.
Heat metal.
Wait, no, Kaz canonically just fucking makes tea in the bag.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Hey Kaz, make me, like,
Yeah, I got like a hot plate in here or
Flask.
something.
an entire flask of tea.
Sure.
You got a Bunsen burner.
I've got it's like a college dorm room in here. I've just got like a hot plate.
Pretty sure hot plates were not allowed in college dorm rooms.
They are not. That did not stop people.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Weed
true.
also not allowed in college dorm rooms. And yet it smelled like a fucking skunk every time I walked past there at 2 in the morning.
Only not allowed if they catch you.
Exactly.
Like alcohol.
Like alcohol. But yeah, I'll make a tea.
Yay!
I invented an electric tea kettle.
Nice.
I'm gonna patent that shit so that motherfucker, the Goblin, can't steal it. I don't remember his name, but to me, he's motherfucker the Goblin.
I have it written down somewhere. in my notes.
Yes.
Krell. His name is Krell.
He's already laughing, having stolen more of your stuff.
Grell.
Is it Grell or Krell? With a G or a
Grell.
K?
It's with a G.
I can retrieve the book from nearby.
I thought it was Krell.
It's Grell with a G. Grell.
Grell. Well, Grell the motherfucker keeps stealing my shit. So I'm gonna patent hot plates.
He's also really old.
I don't care how old he is. I'm better.
He's from the time of Rath.
It's good for him. I'm better than him.
I have a lot of wrath.
He also replaced his legs.
So, I replaced my lungs. I'm better than him. He probably had to replace his legs. For me, it's gonna be voluntary.
Can I replace my legs?
With what?
Broomsticks.
Katanas.
Katanas. Like the person from Kingsman.
I wasn't even thinking about that. Katanas is the first thing that came to mind.
However, lady from Kingsman hot.
True.
Yes. However, her own leg got stuck into her, so...
You know
No,
what?
that's not how she died.
Oh
He died
no,
from
it was
poison.
the poison in the boot, yeah. And then he used one of the legs to kill Samuel L. Jackson.
Haven't we all?
Used a leg to kill Samuel L. Jackson?
Apparently.
I'll tell you what I do on my weekends.
I see you almost every weekend.
Apparently Samuel L. Jackson got better, though.
Why?
Yeah, I mean, who wouldn't get better?
This guy.
Why do you say he got better?
From being killed with a leg?
Oh, I guess so.
Well, he's
get
fine now. Regardless, I make
I-
Carrion
I'm
some
confused
tea in the
about this.
bag.
Yeah, you make some tea. It's
I
fine.
make some tea.
It's fine. It's tea. I'm confused. Oh, very confused about where this conversation went, and it just.
It's fun to mess with the GM.
Oh no, it's not because we're getting distracted. You're just breaking me.
Nerd.
It's gone too far.
Yeah.
Bad. I need a squirt bottle for you guys.
Well, hey, I've
Can't
done
reach.
nothing wrong.
That'd be a hell of a big squirt bottle.
I just have to aim at you on the thing and like squirt at you like
I
cats.
blame the cold medicine.
Chitter chitter.
Chitter, chitter.
Okay.
I guess I will start leading the party again.
All right, make another survival check.
Well, let's hope my luck stays out. It's okay.
It's okay. You do all right. You think
I mean,
you're
I get +5.
you think you're sticking in the same direction you've already gone, and so it's probably going to be correct, kind of thing. About midday, the rain does begin to kind of part down to kind of like a little bit of a spritz. So it's still cloudy out, but certainly the rains have stopped. And you'll actually like approach. You've been kind of going along a game trail for a while now. That seems to kind of follow the path that you want, just to make travel a little easier. And now you see that the game trail kind of winds to the side a little area and kind of leads past what looks to be a couple of weird fetishes.
I think we may be in his territory.
Give me a medicine check with these. These strange bone and other object fetishes.
Fetish.
Wow.
Hey,
Bone.
you recognize that it seems as though the one fetish uses what appears to be gorilla bones, and the other one that flanks the other side of here seems to use elf bones.
None of us are gorillas or elves, so we're good.
The two main species in this area.
And gnomes.
Which we haven't seen yet.
And closer to dragons, actually, and no dragon bones, so.
I feel like dragons are
They'd
really
be
hard to
rather
kill, especially
large
for gorilla.
bones.
Dragons are hard to kill.
And they
Like-
would be rather large bones to make a fetish out of.
Big bones. Very impressive bones.
I feel like that would be a good gift for a gorilla.
Dragon bone?
Especially with meat on it.
I don't know if I can kill a dragon.
We also want to make peace with the dragons.
Yeah, I feel like if your plan is to, get the dragons on your side, you maybe shouldn't kill one.
Let's not kill any dragons yet.
Who
Except
says
maybe the
anything
metal
about
ones.
killing dragons? We can just dig up dragon bones.
I don't know if dragons bury their dead.
Who said they had to be buried?
You said dig up.
Exactly.
Over time, they would get covered.
Exactly. See, Claude gets me.
Maybe they just eat the bones.
I mean, that's also valid.
Anyway, do these fetishes mean anything to you, Thundar?
Fetish.
Bone.
Oh, I believe we're entering its territory. Good luck.
Good. Are you not coming?
I can follow.
Okay. Good.
While you're dying, I can escape.
I'll go like this.
Probably
plan,
not going
honestly.
to die. I don't think we're going to die.
Good luck!
I think we can handle it.
No.
I would like to die.
No.
Ruin all of my fun, Kazzrann.
Just the dying part. The rest of it's fine. Drink your tea.
Do you think we're like just on the edge of his territory? And how do you know how big his territory is?
No!
You're so unhelpful.
Ah, well, you've gone beyond parts of my expertise. I got you to the elves and the gorillas, didn't I?
Here's the
Definitely
thing.
can.
I attribute the squirrel.
And where did you get the squirrel?
My heart.
Well, there you have it, Thunder. Squirrel came from the heart.
The squirrel seems to actually be pointing in the correct direction from now. I honestly am surprised that it actually knows the right direction. I was thinking it was going to totally play back the way you came.
Alright, Eminem, let's go.
Shit!
You're my favorite.
Carrie,
What? Yeah, what? I'm paying attention.
do you mind casting Comprehend Languages? In case he tries to start speaking. When yours wears off, if we haven't found him yet, I'll turn mine.
Yeah.
That way, if he tries to communicate in grunts and stuff, you can say, hey, that's an actual language.
I could do that.
I just don't think both of us should do it at the same time in case his territory is rather large and it takes a while for us to find him.
Multiple spell slots.
Exactly. Why both of us pop slots at the same time that lasts exactly the same amount of time.
Yeah. Keep your shirt on. I'll cast it.
Okay.
I cast it.
I guess we'll continue moving in.
Okay.
How far back is Thunder?
He's probably giving himself like a good 30 feet from you guys.
Alright, I remain 15 feet back from the party.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good. So kind of in the middle.
I'm going to keep an eye out just in case of any possible traps. Like any booby traps he may have set.
Okay.
It is one lone creature holding a big territory. It's completely possible.
Give me a perception check.
Sure.
All right.
27.
You do not see any traps per se. At least nothing.
I will
that-
still keep my eyes peeled just in case.
Yeah. You'll walk for maybe about an hour, continuing down this trail, and this area of the forest seems a lot denser. The trees are closer together, the underbrush is thicker, and the trail you're kind of on becomes much harder to stick along, but it still seems possible. You catch glimpses of movement here and there around you, but you don't see what it is. There's too much underbrush, too much stuff in the way to actually get sight of it. But there are things around here.
You said it's been an hour?
Probably about an hour on the trail.
Okay, then I will cast my Comprehend Languages.
Mhm.
And I'm going, since I've been hearing movement and stuff, I'm actually going to say somewhat loudly, Grun, we seek you. If you're nearby, we come in peace.
Not in pieces. You're very specific.
Can't you cast Comprehend Languages as a ritual so you don't have to use a spell slot?
Takes 10 minutes.
Oh, you know. You just do it at the end of
is it a
Carrion's 10
ritual?
minutes.
Yeah, it is a ritual.
Oh, yeah, then sure. That makes more sense.
Then we can both cast it.
Yeah. Yeah. I completely overlooked that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I always forget.
Imagine being able to ritual cast.
I could do
ritual
that.
cast. Can sorcerers not ritual cast?
Sorcerers cannot ritual cast.
Because they're innate magic users.
Because they got meta magic instead.
I mean, you could just take the feat that gives you ritual casting, though, too.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think that feat is useful only to sorcerers.
Yes.
Pretty
Yeah.
much, yes. There's probably other situations, but 99% of the time it's sorcerers that would be useful.
Everyone else
I mean-
who does spellcasting can already ritual cast.
Unless you got bonus spells from something.
Another feat.
Yeah, from like another feat. Then maybe that's the only other exception.
Or, like, there are some other, like, mild spell casting classes that might not get ritual spell casting. That,
Yeah, like the half casters and
Yeah.
Yeah.
the third caster.
I am a half caster and I get ritual casting.
Most don't.
You're an artificer. I'm talking like
Um,
paladins and rangers, thank you.
And
very much.
Eldritch Knight doesn't.
Yeah,
get
Eldritch Knight was the one I was thinking of.
Oh
Arcane
yeah,
Trickster.
the subclasses.
Yeah. Those ones that really don't get a lot of spells. But anyway, alright, so yeah, strange movements around you, but no sight of what it is.
And no response.
No response at all.
Keep moving forward cautiously.
Give me another perception check.
Oh, hold on.
I'd be cautious when we can just go.
Okay.
That was almost a 1.
You will notice there seems to be some form of trap in your way.
What kind of trap?
It seems to be some kind of trigger. You're not sure what it triggers because you can't see it. But there seems to be some kind of trigger along the path. It's very subtly built in there, but you can notice it. Like if you just step through an area, there's a very good chance that you'll like trigger it.
I will point it out. Is there a way around it easily?
Not really. It's kind of just going over it.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'll say everyone back up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And from 30 feet away, I'm going to cast Mage Hand and try to trigger it.
Okay. Mage Hand can...
Oh, I can
10 pounds of force? Okay.
Yeah.
That's just what I need to know. You
Oh,
already
yeah,
had
I'm
that.
sorry. I clicked it twice.
You clicked it twice. I already had it out. I was just reading up on how much.
Yeah, 10 pounds of force.
Yeah. Okay. So Mage Hand will float out, play around with things, and there's this kind of like whooshing noise, and all of a sudden, a big explosion of splinters as 2 giant logs kind of smush together in front of you. Very like Star Wars.
Yeah, Ewoks.
Ewok style. Not as gigantically huge, but still 2 logs come together and would have just squished you.
Cool.
That's why I was looking out.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm in the back.
That's why I should be near the front.
But, well, I'm not saying you can't be near the front. I have to lead, though, because...
That's why I said near the front and not specifically the front.
Yeah.
I have the attention span of a squirrel.
I think the squirrel might have more of an attention span.
Depends on the squirrel.
Good, but fair.
So, I am is there a way under or over easily?
You can kind of go under them. They're not like so far up. They're definitely at a level that like if you were standing up, they would hit you. Like Kaz can easily go under them, you know, as a smaller creature.
I'm in the bag.
You were just hanging out in the bag of holding during this entire time?
Legs are small.
I will go under.
Okay.
And I'll keep an eye out still.
Legs are small, not fast.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Alright, you'll kind of slip under it and keep on going. You'll kind of cut through some more of the forest. It's certainly clogging this path. This path barely exists, so I will need another survival check from you, Joe, as you're leading the way, to see if you can continue on the path properly.
No!
Okay.
I don't think a 7
The underbrush just engulfs the path. You lose sight of things as you try to push forward. And you begin to realize that you might be off track a little while afterward. Actually, you probably don't actually realize. You're eventually going to come out to what appears to be like a little clearing in the area. It seems to be kind of like a mud puddle has formed a kind of a little bit in this area. It seems as though there's like some like debris that's like fallen into the mud puddle from trees, but it's certainly an opening as it is now. A pretty decent sized one.
I'm not sure if I went the right way.
I mean, like, you honestly, at this point in time, I will tell you, if you're out of here, you can definitely tell you're not sure which way the trail has gone. You think the trail led to here, but it was hard to tell.
What does the squirrel think?
Ah!
That's a great idea.
Maisie, which way?
Swear to God.
Aw.
He's gonna point towards the, like, just right across the open area. Chit-chat!
Don't know if that's right.
I feel like we should go the opposite way of...
Which would be going back the way we came.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Matilda, you want to try again?
Chit-chit! Chit-chit!
That's a no. Okay. I mean, one of us could try to find the trail again.
Who has the best
I got a
track
plus.
You or me.
I got a +5.
Well,
Both
let's
of
turn
us
out
have
first
very
mountain.
low.
I am an ocean person.
I don't know why we didn't think of this before. Thunder,
Yes!
are you on the correct... Did you just let us wander off the path?
Oh, I don't know. Were you following a path?
Yes.
Oh! I wasn't paying attention.
Okay, could you help us find the correct path?
I guess I could take a look around.
This is like that time we forgot that Nim was incredibly capable and didn't ask him for help until it was to fight the giant monster.
Because Nim was a bitch.
Thunder is
Well,
the
also,
new
Nim hired us.
Nim
And
did
also,
hire
Nim
us.
was a bitch.
Nim hired us as entertainment.
And protection, quote unquote.
Not as much, I don't think. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure Nim could have killed anything in our path.
Oh,
And
yeah, I'm sure.
He was a bitch.
He was a bitch.
We were initially we might have been more there as distractions so he could get away. And as we grew on him, then we were just entertainment.
Regardless, I'm fairly certain that Thunder is actually incredibly competent, despite the insanity, and is therefore the new Nim who we need to remember to ask for help.
I'm cleaning the bottom of my bear's belly. There
Do you see what I
are
mean?
parasites over here.
And it is important to keep parasites off of things.
You were going to
Look at
try to
this
help
tick.
us find the
It's the
path.
size of my thumb!
It's quite a large tick.
I thought you were going to help us find the path.
He just chucks the tick, laden with blood away. That's right! There's a path somewhere. Well, I'm just gonna roll something here.
Is it survival?
He is rolling a survival.
Then I'm going to cast Enhance Ability. I didn't know I had this spell prepped until I checked.
Assist.
You don't need to bother. I'm giving him advantage.
Ah.
It only lasts for an hour, and we're going to be traveling a lot, so enjoy advantage on all wisdom checks for an hour.
Wish I was
It
quiet.
seems as though if there was a trail here, we're nowhere near it. We're in the middle of the forest.
Well, thanks for that. We kind of knew that one.
Yes, if you wanted to find the trail, we'd probably have to go back the way we came and hope for the best. I mean, it does look as though there is some form of maybe animal trail across the way of this mud pile. That's about it. It's not for anything as large as the last trail we've been on, though. There's more something compact, around your size. Pointing to Kaz. Yeah.
You are very compact,
I
Kaz.
am very compact, it's true. I'm the smallest one here. I know.
Doesn't mean it's not a trail, but it means it's a very difficult trail. The undergrowth here just is terrible.
Yes, that's why I lost the trail.
No, I think you lost the trail. Nope, gonna stop myself right there.
Alright, well, let's try the small trail. Is it possible that the Lonely King is small?
I doubt that.
Well, you
Why
never
would
really know. He could be small.
I highly did not get the feeling that he was small.
Well, you are making assumptions
I
about
don't know if you ever seen him.
things that are small that I don't appreciate.
I'm not saying small is bad. I can be small. But I don't believe he is.
Well, we're just going to have to find out, don't we?
Good luck, lead the way.
Me?
Oh, one of you.
Me.
Okay,
Excellent.
not me.
Oh, did you come out of your bag?
I did come out of the bag. This is now a walking trail that fits me.
Everybody will be going at your speed because it's not going to be. It's going to be very.
Well, I'm
overgrown.
also still keeping an eye out for traps, so we're not going at full speed either.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just chilling with Thunder now at this point.
I guess you're keeping an eye for tracks. You can give me another perception check.
Especially since we already found one. Ooh,
All right.
that was great.
I'm going to need a reflex save from you then.
Reflex save. What is this? 3 points.
I mean,
I mean,
dexterity
dexterity.
save.
God damn it.
Pathfinder?
We've been playing Pathfinder yesterday. So.
Will a 28 do?
Yeah.
No.
Who, I guess Carrie and Kaz, you're going to be up there with him, so you will also have to give me the.
So I'm in the back with Thunder.
Yeah.
I'm up here because I like taking damage.
That's fair.
I'm up here because I'm small and the trail is made for me.
That's also fair.
As I said, I like taking damage.
Okay. Kaz, Claude. You will then each have to give me a strength save as you leap out of the way as like you're crossing through the mud pile. All of a sudden, the center of the mud pile will collapse in. Like you take a step over like a branch that seems to be lying across it.
Yeah.
Kaz, you can give me a nature check too. Claude, you can also give me a nature check.
Oh yeah, because that's my that's my
I
bag.
guess Kaz, I'll give it to you enough to recognize it now. You will jump out of the way as like this hole opens up in the middle of the mud pile. Like some like muck kind of pausing. And Carrie, you're plummeting. I'll worry about that in a second.
I have
But
wings, it's fine.
yeah, you'll be able to get out of it. But you'll have to worry about falling down into some sharp spikes
Yeah,
of
fine.
stick. stick spikes.
Just a little pokey.
That's a little pokey. I'm just gonna...
It's a pit.
It's a pit.
Once again,
Good
not the
ball.
first time I've been poked with sharp sticks.
17 from the fall and the sticks.
Spicy.
Okay. The other two of you will jump off to the side, getting out of the way. Kaz, at the last second, you will manage to keep yourself from getting stuck, as you then realize this mud pile is less muddy and more quicksandy. That there is like a small path that crosses over it, at least part of the way. This is certainly some kind of complex trap that's been placed here.
But there is a path.
Yeah.
That we just
Carrie, you can actually see that it looks as though someone, like, didn't just dig this place, probably constructed this pit in the middle of this, like, with, like, you know, like timbered, like, wooden walls that keep, like, you know, allow for a pit to be in the middle of, like, quickstand. It's actually quite ingenious.
I'm gonna toss the end of my whip to Claude, who's in the pit.
Claude's not in the pit. He's sinking into quicksand.
Oh, sorry, sinking in quicksand. That's
Yeah.
right. Carrion can fly out of the pit. I'm
Yeah,
not worried
she's
about
merely partially impaled.
She's fine.
Again, not the first time.
It's fine.
I grabbed the whip.
I remember the time Carrion tried to climb a very spiky tree.
All right.
I
Well,
would never said it was smart.
Kaz, you can give me a strength check to get him out.
Oh, I'm not gonna... That's on him.
Uh-huh.
I'm just giving him a rope.
Okay.
I'm not...
You have
Claude.
better strength than
Fine,
I
you know, I'll do it.
You've
do
kind
a
of
better
like
trick.
splorted yourself into quicksand, and you kind of quickly go down to, like, you know, your, like, waist, as it just kind of
So
like...
just
Yeah.
strength or acro or athletics?
You can do athletics. I keep forgetting you can use athletics.
Good. They're both the same, so it's
Mhm.
irrelevant. But I'd like to be able to click on the skill. 19.
Okay. Well, I mean, you just, like, manage to, like, you know, hold on to Claude and like, allow him to climb himself out. You know, you just kind of dig in. Fortunately, you're almost on the opposite side of it, so you're kind of, like, using those artificial walls of the pit, which you kind of more, like, landed on, to, like, kind of hold on to it. So, like, your one foot is probably, like, kind of slipping into a little bit of, like, the edge of the quicksand, but you kind of, like, have purchase using the pits and its artificial walls, and you kind of, like, help pull Claude out as he just kind of slurps out of the material.
Just like an archaeology class.
Carrie, have you left the pit, or are you still down there?
So am I sinking?
Oh, you're not
Nothing.
singing, you're just impaled.
You're just in a pit.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just gonna lay here for a bit then.
Carrion, get out of the
on
pit.
the spikes.
Yeah.
Kitty,
What?
get out of the pit.
Why?
The squirrel's not in the pit.
I'm pouting
Why are you pouting?
because I'm impaled.
Okay, well if you get out of the pit, you won't be impaled anymore, and we can help you.
Oh,
I
you
wanna
didn't
help.
notice the quicksand? Oops.
Thunder, I swear to fuck if you don't start telling us these
I
things.
like this guy.
Well, I thought you would have noticed it. He seems to know what he's doing. Pointing to Claude.
He does seem to know what he's doing.
I do know what I'm doing, but that doesn't mean I can't
Claude?
miss something.
Usually knows what he's doing,
Oh, well,
but not always.
I'm not used to, like, warning other people.
Carrion.
It's the cycle of life, anyway. If one of these guys, pointing, like, at a random squirrel on his shoulder, falls in there, well then, I'm not helping it. It's his own fault for being an idiot.
Manuel is okay, right? Didn't follow me.
Manuel was probably with you, but probably didn't take, you know, you took all the damage.
Okay.
Because the squirrel, and also, like, the spikes are certainly not made to, like, impale squirrels. Like, the spike
And
is, like,
why-
the size of a squirrel. They're, like, wooden stakes, you know? Like, the squirrel would explode if it got impaled on that. There would be no squirrel left, you know?
Exactly, and I would cry.
So, no, he didn't
I
get
would also
impaled
cry.
on a
I-
spike.
It's my lunge there.
I can and will murder you.
I'm sorry. Do you want his body to just go to waste? Is that what you want?
I want to give him a proper Viking funeral.
Not a
The Vikings would have loved to have been eaten.
I don't think that's true.
I kind of have to go along with Carrie on that one.
I just got a squirrel with a Viking hat.
We agreed that he wears a cowboy hat last time.
Yeah, he does.
I want another one with a Viking hat.
He also has an unusually large liver for a squirrel, apparently.
Apparently.
Yeah.
His whole body is a liver.
Apparently.
He's 90% liver.
He's 90% alcoholic.
he is kind of
He certainly is now.
Yes.
Well, regardless.
Are you getting out of the pit, Carrie?
Carrie, come out to the pit.
You don't know where that pit's been.
I do, in fact, know where the pit has been. Right here. The
Don't
entire
make-
time.
Katie, don't make me come down there. I will, and it will be painful for everyone involved.
God damn it, Mike.
You there. Your name is, Kroll.
That's cold. Close enough, honestly.
Why don't you grab that log and throw it over the side? It shouldn't be
Alright.
too heavy. You can use it to get across. You'll have
That's
to...
a log.
Mhm.
I do that.
There does seem to be a small area we can ford the muck on the other side. But you have to go
Yes, we're
straight
standing
across
on
where that log that you've laid down is. Seems as though that it is made for someone to be able to cross, but I'm assuming you have to be smart and know what you're doing.
None of us.
I would have figured he knew what he was doing.
I'm very smart. I just never know what I'm doing.
Exactly. I'm also very smart, but never know what I'm doing.
I just missed it.
Well,
Claud
that's
Because
actually
you know
knows
what you're
what
doing,
he's
but you're not
doing.
very smart.
Yes.
Actually, well,
I mean,
I
it was
don't-
cleverly
Compared to
disguised.
I have an 11 intelligence, so it's...
I mean,
I'm
it was
No, I'm dumber than you.
it was quite cleverly disguised. You can see how it was made that the fallen debris was actually creating some form of bowl, and the top was actually keeping the liquid from falling into it. And now until it kind of fell down, it was the top of the trap was hidden under the mud. Fascinating. The one we're going against is quite smart indeed. Smarter than we'd think.
I figured he was. That's why I was trying to keep an eye out for traps.
Well,
Found
we
one.
have to watch the ground
Didn't find the
before-
other one.
Well, we did. Yeah. We did technically find it, just too late.
Okay, yes.
I found it.
Well, I technically found it first since I was in the lead, and we all went...
I'm the only one who didn't fall in because I'm incredible.
I fell hard.
I fell in quicksand, at least, and not spikes.
Yeah, I fell in spikes, so fuck off.
I fell in either. I'm an archaeologist.
Okay, Indiana.
Who?
Who's Indiana?
Who's that? Why would you name someone Indiana?
That sounds like the name of a dog.
It is.
Why would you name a dog Indiana?
I don't know.
What else would you name a dog?
Sounds like a dog.
Dog. I would name a dog Dog.
See, exactly. You can name the dog whatever you want. Why not Indiana?
You can name your child whatever you want. Why not Indiana?
I'm not going to have a child.
Because why would I name a child Indiana?
Why not?
Why would I have a child?
Having a child is quite rewarding, actually.
I have.
Does it have to be mine, or can I just steal a child?
You shouldn't steal
artillery
don't steal
count?
a child.
Does artillery count as children?
What
Adoption
if I
is an
steal
option,
a
but
child?
don't steal one.
What if I steal
Why
a
are
child?
your
That's
children of people?
You could just go
And
the
that's
route that my
rescuing and
father.
not kidnapping.
You could just go the route that my father used.
You have a father?
Yes. Well, he's dead now.
You had a father?
Why wouldn't I have?
He is a human.
I
Druid
barely had
magic.
a father.
You're part tree.
No.
My father.
And now that's ridiculous.
You hate your entire family, Kaz. You don't count.
I do hate my entire family.
Even that one uncle.
I don't have any uncles. They were all devoured by my parents.
I'm fairly certain my mother was formerly a squirrel before becoming a person.
So you're part squirrel?
Explains so much.
only guessing. She was weak.
Anyway, should we continue?
Died
Yeah,
young.
just use the logs I put down.
I feel
Well,
like
we're
you all
already
should
on the
take
other
a trip to the
side.
pit.
Well, the trail is that way. Keep going, keep going.
Why are none of you taking a trip into the pit? It's fun. I promise.
At least I think we're going in the right direction since there's traps.
I've fallen in pits before.
It's overrated.
It's usually not fun to fall in a pit.
You fall in one pit, you fall in all the pits. You know.
No, I guarantee you have not fallen in this pit yet.
It has spikes on the bottom, right?
Exactly.
I've done that already.
We'll do it again.
No,
I will throw you down there.
no, you won't.
No, I won't.
Alright, I guess you'll cross over the pit and continue on the smaller trail that is certainly just like before choked. Like before when you ended up leaving the trail and just choked by vegetation. You are choked by vegetation, except Kaz, you can probably see a little bit more, as it does seem to be kind of like almost like a carved tunnel for something of small size through the underbrush. But, you know, it's just like something has used it enough to like kind of move some of the plants out of the way and like trample some underbrush. So you can get a kind of sight, but it's not a great sight because you've got like bush and like vines and plants all above you. You know, it's a tunnel through the underbrush. So yeah, but you don't have any problems moving through here while everybody else is kind of brushing through the underbrush itself because it's, you know, in the way. But let's take our first break here, because we're a little late for that. But snack, drink, bathroom break, and we'll be back as you hopefully meet up with a new friend who will totally not try to murder you more than he already probably has with his traps.
I still want to arm wrestle him.
I'm just glad I thought to look for traps.
Yes, you've
It's a very
succeeded
good
once
idea to
and
usually do that.
failed the other spectacularly.
50% success rate.
Hey.
I rolled a 3. I got a 12.
Yup. And I was so
Not
glad.
good enough.
I did check everybody's passives, and you were the one that was closest, because I put it as with how well it was hidden, a 20. And you didn't have it on your passive. And you're the only one that's close to that with your +9.
What's my...
Boop, boop. Hey, we return.
more frogs.
More frogs. They're delicious. At least according to the bear. Just consume. Anyway, as I said, the path is difficult to follow. Certainly, with the help of Kaz, you'll be able to stick on this trail for now. Because Kaz can actually be on the trail and like hint when you're moving off of it. And Thunder will kind of behest that more than likely this trail has to lead somewhere. Animal trails just aren't random. They move upon an area back and forth because they need to for whatever reason. So obviously we'll come across something important. Maybe we'll find our way along the way. Or not.
I'm just curious about what made this trail. It's very small.
I feel like
It's
either way
perfect
we're
for
going. I feel like either way we're going to find something that's going to try to kill us.
God, I hope so.
It's been a while since we had a good fight.
I'm a
I
little
want
bored
to
of the
fight things
not
so bad.
fighting.
Well, I'm pretty sure this trail's been abandoned for some time. Not long enough for the forest to recover, but long enough that we don't have to worry about it.
What if I want to worry about it?
Oh, well, I mean, I don't think what made this trail is actually the size of our small friend there. It merely has a body shape which takes up that.
Just want to fight.
That's fair.
You're very angry, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
I knew a squirrel like you once. You got eaten.
She also got
I've been
eaten.
eaten once.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it's only been once then.
Well, it was less eaten, more swallowed whole by accident.
Yeah, it kind of flew into its mouth.
Why'd you do that? You gotta keep an eye out for things open mouth, so then you're just going to be eaten.
Here's the thing, it was invisible.
Invisible mouths? That's just weird.
It was really weird. We didn't end up killing it, which makes me sad. I want to kill things.
Well,
I need something to take my aggression out on.
there's a log!
No, I mean something living.
There's a log!
No, I mean something that'll fight back.
Just gonna point the log again.
There's a log?
The log will not fight back.
Well, it might. You never know.
Don't know that.
Will it fight back? If I punch this log right now, will it fight back?
Yes
How
and
about
no.
this, Carrion? If we get to the end of the day, and we haven't fought anything, you can fight one of my artillery pieces.
Fine.
Great.
Mention you're still hurt.
Your fucking point.
Not the fire one.
Goodbye, log!
It was a nice log. Let's continue
Well,
on.
very-
It was filled with bees!
Oh God! No.
Bees?
Yes!
Good Cards Against Humanity card.
The log would have fought back in a way.
I can fight bees. Wait, are they like normal sized bees or like big bees?
Big B?
Big bees?
I don't know the difference.
Big Dick Big B?
Like, is it the size of like my pinky nail or is it bigger?
Oh, it's like the
Yeah.
size of finger.
Yeah, you're in, like Yavimaya.
Ooh, I can
Things are
definitely
usually
fight
bigger here.
those. I wonder what would happen if I ate a bee.
It would probably sting you in your gullet. Ask
Be in
him.
a lot of pain.
He doesn't like it. And he's resistant to bees.
But like, what if I took off the stinger?
It would probably be as good as any other insect.
Depends on the insect.
Now let's continue down the centipede path.
Yes. Cinto, what?
Wait, what?
Oh, I didn't tell you.
This was made by a giant centipede?
Yes.
Cool, let's keep going.
Why-
Wait, what kind of giant? Are you talking like just a big centipede or a hellion?
Its body was about the size of this trail.
So not a hellion.
Probably not.
Okay.
We have multiple species of large centipede-type creatures, so it's hard to tell which one it is. I didn't think it was I thought it might have been a snake to begin with that was making the trail, but no, it seems to be more centipedal.
Man, when we get to Shiv, I'll show you a hellion and, well, we're not going to fight it because it will just kill us without hesitation.
Don't they have, like, lava blood?
They do have lava blood.
Not lava blood.
As one that studies the elemental elements, I do understand when there's creatures like elementals like hellions. I've never seen one, but I do know I could have perhaps summoned one with my magic.
Kaz, I need you to replace my blood with lava.
I can't.
Why not?
I don't have enough anything.
Why not?
I would first need to replace your heart.
Okay.
I haven't figured out how to do that yet.
What use are you?
Then I would need to replace every single vein.
Okay.
Then I would need to find a way to make lava able to transport the shit it needs to transport?
To carry the life essence of her.
Yes. Which, I suppose if lava could transport pure red mana, might work.
I do not think she's body's compatible with red mana as it is.
I would need how to fundamentally change who and what you are.
It would give me lava blood.
What if, instead, I give you acid blood?
That's not as fun.
If you bleed, and if anything makes you bleed, it hurts them.
I mean, that usually happens because I hurt things that bleed me.
Okay, but you can't be bitten by mosquitoes anymore.
I mean, I
bite
think
the
both of those
mosquito
bloods
anyway,
would
so-
prevent mosquitoes from biting you.
Yes, acid is easier to do than lava.
How
Sounds like fucking
Ooh,
quitter talk.
How about electric blood?
Tell you what,
think
I'll add
Cartham
it to
has a
the
little bit
fucking
of it.
docket. After I've built a ship capable of traveling between dimensions, I'll get working on lava blood. That work for you?
Yes.
Carrion?
Yes. Thank you.
Fuck.
Thought you said you were going along with my inane ideas.
I can't. I have enough shit to work on right now. I don't need to add lava blood to my plate. Claude, please be reasonable and make me forget about lava blood. Otherwise, it's gonna be the whole day.
I don't know how I can make you forget about it.
You can't.
Ooh, I know. I can describe to you how the giant centipedes of Shiv devour their prey.
Okay.
They paralyze them and chew them alive.
Sounds valid.
If I could study a Hellion.
They don't have very good jaws, so they have to slowly chew their prey.
The issue is finding a dead Hellion.
So, what if we gave
They've got little
one of
chewy
those things
mouths.
an oyster? Would it chew on the oyster? Or no, wait, it would actually eat oysters the best.
I think one of my old crewmates was eaten by a giant centipede.
That sounds like a nasty way to go.
Yes,
Sounds
the
fucking
paralytic
hilarious.
effect actually clots much of the blood, causing things to die very slowly.
Yeah, every time I come to this island, I think at least one of my crewmates dies.
I hope it's me this time.
No. You're not allowed to die. If you die, you can't have a harem.
Apparently, I'm not supposed to have a harem anyway.
No, you're supposed to have a harem. What do you mean you're not? Who told you that?
God.
God's a bitch.
All the gods are dead.
So then
Oh,
you can
I
have a harem.
dead?
God is dead. You get to have a harem.
I mean, I believe there's a few goddesses and gods that have been worshipped since ancient times. Most of them have died in horrible, horrible deaths. There are beings that are close to it, but Dominaria has never had a true god. Not in that sense for probably a few thousand years.
Dibs.
On godhood?
Yes.
Can we be like co-gods?
Sure.
Alright.
Whole pantheon. Who else in on becoming god?
I wouldn't recommend it.
Okay.
Last time someone tried to become a god, I think it almost destroyed the world.
Well, I'm not going to try very hard if that helps.
I can support
Honestly,
that.
I'm already mostly a god, so...
It's true. Carrion is the closest to godhood.
Oh, you're very different than godhood, though.
Or devilhood.
You can be a
Or
god that's
demonhood.
I don't think there's ever been a goblin god.
I don't
Listen.
know.
Once I rule Urborg, I'll just name both of us gods. Who's gonna stop us?
God.
God can fuck off.
No, oh god. Somewhere, deep in your mind, you hear a voice being like, yes, yes. Because you just did what a certain grandfather of yours did. Took over and declared himself a god.
Except he wouldn't have declared me a god.
Exactly.
No.
I'm sharing my godhood.
It's a step in the right direction. Yes, yes. Embrace the dark
Instead
side.
of declaring us gods, we declare everyone else gods.
You two are weird.
Yes!
Like, why would we declare everyone else gods? Because then they could control us, then we're the normal ones.
No, because that makes us better than gods.
No?
Yes!
I don't think that's right.
We declare everyone else gods, but we're still better than everyone else. Because we just are. Let's be honest, we're better than everyone else.
That's valid. That's true. There's truth in that.
So then we're better than gods. I believe I've figured this out. I'm a genius. I definitely did not spike this tea.
Okay, as you guys are arguing that, I have to be right back in 1 second.
Okay.
We're going to continue this. Cole, have you ever wanted to be a god?
Not particularly, no.
What if I made your daughter a god?
I don't know if she would like that, honestly. She kind of just wants to live a simple life in the woods.
You know what? That's valid. I still want to meet your daughter.
Well, if we go to Orvoda, then maybe.
As
If
I
I
think
could-
you forgot that I wanted to fuck his daughter.
If I could kill a Hellion and dissect it,
Lava blood?
I could maybe figure out how its circulatory
I'm
system
pretty sure
works.
I have a daughter.
Can I fuck her? No.
Is your daughter a squirrel?
Oh, no, no,
Okay.
no.
Also, when did you copulate with a woman?
I was young once.
I don't know if I believe
Yeah,
her.
1,000 years ago.
1,000 years ago, it's still young.
No, maybe like 150 years ago.
Like
Did we ever figure out how old Nim is?
ageless?
2,000 something or other. Actually, I think around 2,500.
Well, I don't have any children.
I definitely don't have any children.
I haven't checked up on them. I might have more. No, more in my family line.
Descendants.
How would you have more children?
Oh, well, I haven't had sex for like 100 years, so that's okay.
Man, me too, buddy.
Step off it.
Every time I try. Fucking... Oh, Maxwell's not here to cockblock me anymore.
I was just not into the entire, orgies and stuff like that.
Sure, that's fine.
Jeez.
Oh, yes. It's normally part of the druid life.
I can believe that.
Yeah,
I
that's
want to
true.
meet some druids.
We did.
More
We
druid.
traveled with a really,
Yep,
really
several.
old one for a while. Nim, definitely down for orgies.
Yeah.
It
He
depends
did
on your
fuck a
sect. Was he human or elf druid?
Elf.
Elf.
Ooh, they don't usually have orgies.
Oh, but they're the boring ones then.
Yeah, you never met this one, though. Also, this is... Llanowar elves.
The tales
I
I've
think
heard
they
that
might
they
be
are...
down for orgies.
Well, I think they might be down for their own things, too. Those elves are kind of standoffish. From what
Yeah,
I've heard.
that's true.
Then again, all elves seem to be.
That's also true.
Yeah.
I don't like elves very much. And except for when they're dominatrix. What's the plural of dominatrix?
Dominatrixes. Dominatri?
Dominatrix?
Dimitrescu.
Probably.
Those Those are the only elves that I like.
I've only met very few elves. The borderland elves, which you've heard some stories with. Though again, it has been many decades since I've had conversations like these. It's so terrible speaking to people again, honestly.
No, I understand that.
You know what? I take a lot of offense to that.
Oh, no offense taken for me. I mean, you're relatively less awful people. But it's just the entire idea of speaking and not grunting at things. They get their job done.
Oh, so it's not that the conversation is bad, you just hate the act of talking.
Yes! I've had to remember all these words.
I mean, that's fair.
See, like, I can look at him, and he knows what I want him to do. Kind of leans down as the group, like, the bear pauses for a second, and the lion kind of like, if the lion could sigh, it would, as it brings up its paw and starts scratching his back. Ah, that's the spot. Ah! Thank you. Oh, wait, no. Mirror. Anyway, perhaps we should find a nice opening in this trail. I believe one is coming up ahead of time. It seems as though we've been watched for quite some time now.
Is whoever watching us enjoying our conversations?
I doubt he can understand us.
Well, that's fucking rude then. Why eavesdrop when you can't understand?
Also, just so it's said, if we travel, if we've traveled another hour, I will take the time to recast.
Yes, you will have definitely done that. I believe there's an opening up ahead. Seems perhaps a small pond of some kind. And stream attached to it. Perhaps this is when we get our guests' attention. Or perhaps, I should say, our hosts.
Yes, we would be the guests.
Well, I guess I should do my job and be of assistance. Ah, the things I do to get rid of people from bothering me.
Right though?
He's actually going to stand, as you kind of like emerge out to this pond, he's actually going to stand up on the bear's back and kind of like hold out his staff as he's going to be kind of wreathed in like a kind of greenish energy as he kind of will like say in a booming voice that will kind of echo just kind of like almost echoes into all of your minds as he kind of says it out. So it feels like it's just like echoing and it's like, Grun! Great lord of this land, I mean no offense by entering your territory. I am merely a druid of the south, bringing these to your place. Do with it when them their will. They have passed your tests so far. Judge upon them, your worthiness or disworthiness, and I shall see myself out of your land. Know not I shall not fight you. You know of my strength, Grun. The Lord of the North thanks you for your time. He's gonna just kind of go back down to like kind of that Indian style, like sitting like down on his bear again. So he just kind of like gets down. Whew. Now we wait. I'm sure he's thinking it over. Considering.
Oh, so it's time to wait for death to come to us.
Perhaps it's your death.
Well, potentially.
Again,
Well, I'm gonna lay down. I'm tired.
no dying.
The lion's gonna come up to you and like lick you in the face. Yeah.
Okay.
He likes you.
You know what? I'll take that. I like the lion too. Lion, can I pet you?
They'll kind of snuggle up to you a little bit.
Yay!
It kind of does that like kind of lion purr, so it's kind of like a deep, large kind of purr, you know?
Guys, come take a nap with the lion with me.
Yeah, okay.
The bear's just kind of getting down, you know, as he's still sitting on its back.
Nap time.
I don't think this is appropriate nap time.
Well, you're wrong. All time is appropriate nap time. Claude, wake us up if something tries to kill us.
I guess you're going to take a quick rest.
Yeah.
They'll be lying there for about like 20-25 minutes. It'll be quiet. And then, without noise, seemingly emerging from the other side of the pond, will be a massive figure. Who just seems to almost kind of float down from the trees. Kind of like leading himself over. You'll notice that similar to the gorillas before, he has like a armor of bones, except it looks like he's got like the ribs and horns sharpened into all these kind of like almost giving him like a spiked armor. And he's carrying like he kind of has this massive like battle axe or great axe that it looks as though it's made from like the spine of some kind of creature. Was made like the giant like scaled spine was made into like the axe head as he kind of like just descends, and he is tall even as the gorillas go, so he is like a 12-foot tall gorilla as he kind of just like without any kind of noise just kind of moves himself down.
I think that's
Assume you're run. I'm going to say this in Elvish.
He says nothing and just is eyeing you up.
Someone's Satan for something.
You sense just hostility. There is no like need for an insight check. This is just it is obviously open hostility towards a lot of you existing here.
Your ancestors' spirits sent me.
He's gonna kind of like sling the axe over his back and then just kind of like breathe in deeply and then just do that kind of like the show of the pound on his chest and the roar that just kind of echoes throughout the land. You hear birds like kind of go out as he kind of then like kind of just like smashes one fist down in front of you and kind of like kind of gets up a little bit then too and just kind of stares at you watching. I don't think he speaks Elven, boy.
I don't speak his language, unfortunately.
I mean, I could try something, but I doubt it'll work. Don't suppose you think it speaks primordial or anything?
That's a good question.
It's worth a shot. My only other option is Goblin, which is a very long walk to make.
I mean, I have Celestial, I highly doubt Elven, Infernal, and Common. I don't think he speaks any of those.
What do you want me to say to him?
Tell him that his ancestor's spirit has sent us.
Right, in this sort of booming primordial voice, Cole will say, I don't know if you speak this tongue, but your ancestors brought this one to you. And I sort of gesture to Claude. We mean you no harm. We're simply following a guide.
His eyes will kind of glow with this kind of greenish purple light, as then he will respond. in seemingly primordial himself. Then, except it's it's very heavily accented. Lars traps spirits, enslaves ancestors. Northern King. One of the North does not protect you, except execution.
I will tell them what he said.
Tell him the spirit has informed me that he is not of the same blood as the other apes. We know he has a different heredity? Lineage, thank you.
Alright, I'll give that a shot. Same sort of booming voice. We are aware that you are not of the same lineage as the other tribe. Your ancestor had informed us of this. I know not if it makes a difference of how you feel, but perhaps it is some evidence that we have indeed spoken with your ancestors.
Enslaved spirits, tormented with dark magic. You bring darkness and fire to this land. Twisted energies not of this place. You bring terror and destruction to this land in incarnate form. Why?
I'll just translate that back to them.
Did you repeat that? I'm sorry. No, I'm seriously, I'm sorry. I missed part of that.
You bring darkness and fire to this land. Why do you bring incarnates of destruction, human?
We do not bring destruction. We are here to stop destruction.
We have not brought anything of the sort to this land.
He will kind of chortle for a second. So you are too enslaved by them, human.
I do not know about enslaved. I don't know about a lot of things since coming here. This is a strange land to me. I'm more of the sea and the waves, not of the forest and earth.
Spirits scream. The forest senses things, but has not attacked.
There is a great beast stirring beneath the waves, and I'm not wholly sure what it is, but I do know that it will eventually turn its eyes here. Perhaps first, perhaps when it is done destroying everything else, and it must be stopped.
Proof. What proof can you give of not enslavement of spirits? That one that speaks for you. It reeks of dark magics. Enslavement.
I assume I can just assume he's speaking of Claud.
Yeah.
I know not what this one is. Truth be told, I've known them for a very short time. I do not know what proof I can offer you of us not being enslaved. What kind of proof would you need?
Let the spirits test you. Either you speak the truth, or you lose your head. You also brought Firebug, and poor Corrupted One. Perhaps we should put Corrupted One out of misery. The taint of darkness has engulfed its strength of the forest. I have seen others tainted by dark magics before. Dark spirits of ancestors who were twisted, supposed to be forgotten. Dark rituals.
I will inform the group of our options of death.
I think Carrie and I are understanding because we
Are you
have
understanding?
comprehended languages.
I didn't know you had
I'm
those.
fully not. Kaz is like, are they?
Kaz is a firebug. Carrie's I was kind of pitied by him, and he's like, can I put it out of its misery? So it's the opposite of normal. It's like, you're this creature with green mana. It's been corrupted by black mana. Perhaps we should put you out of your misery.
You can fucking try, bitch.
I mean, it's technically different than normally you're treated for being a half demon.
True.
It's more on the pity side. He just
Yeah, that's worse.
he just doesn't understand.
I'll be glad to take the test.
I want to take the test.
Without any explanation, Kaz, do you want to take a test or not?
Oh, fuck, what? What kind of
You've
test?
got 5 seconds, yes or no.
Oh, fine, sure.
Alright, in Primordial, we accept your test.
What did I agree to?
We're gonna fucking die.
No.
We're getting.
He's gonna pull the axe out and then just like swing it, and with one swing, like fell 4 trees.
Alright,
Sexy.
Carrion, I think you've got your wish.
He will then kind of move over and just like cut these smaller trees into 4 kind of large logs, and then kind of pound them into the ground in front of you. He then take his axe and kind of just embed it in what's left of one of the logs. As you see, then like he kind of like clasps his hands together as the same kind of like purplish green magic like energy that is around him kind of like manifests, as then he kind of almost pulls out of his hand what looks to be a massive like serrated sword of greenish energy. As then he kind of moves over to the side of each of them and kind of like pulls it above his head. This like thing that's obviously very tall. And he just waits.
Are we fighting him?
Are we
I want to fight
fighting?
him.
What happens when we swing?
The best way to describe this is there's a bunch of chopping blocks he just made, and he's offering your heads on them. I mean, Cole, it's up to you how you want to try to get them to do this.
Well, I think he wants to decapitate us.
Yay, me first.
No, I like my head.
Okay, so
It's-
me first.
My head is very attractive.
So is mine. Mine will make a very attractive effigy. Can I go first?
While you guys are talking, I just kneel down in front of one.
Fucking rude! I
He's
want.
waiting. He's waiting for all of you. He set up 4.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. He set up 4,
I'm
and his weapon is large enough to get all 4 at once.
Alright. Just a clarification of visual. It's not like an actual sword he's made. It's like a magical looking thing.
It's like a almost like a
Like a-
spirit blade.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll go.
It is.
You know what? Fuck it. Why not? I'll go kneel
Wait,
down.
we're all good with just full-on decapitation?
I think if we are lying, then we will be hurt. We're not lying.
I haven't said anything to him. Can I actually make an Arcana check to see if I can figure what the fuck is up with this cool ass green sword?
Sure. You can roll it.
Can I make one for fun?
Yeah.
Sure, let me roll
I
with
make
my -1. Oh, it's
Okay.
actually
For the
pretty
heck of it.
decent for a -1.
Whoa.
Aw.
No, none of you know. None of you understand. It seems to be some form of unusual magic. Like, it is different than normal, like, shaman / druid magic, certainly.
You're all wrong and I get decapitated. I'm gonna haunt the shit out of
Oh,
all
you'll
of
be
you.
fine.
If we're
What
all
you
wrong,
want?
we're all dead.
All dead.
Well,
I'm pretty sure, actually, Claude, if you could probably live without your head.
Well, I could probably. I mean, I could try to move my mind somewhere other than my head location, I guess.
Fine, whatever. Kaz kneels down and puts his head. Does Kaz need to kneel, or is he small enough that he just...
Yours is definitely pounded down, like, a little bit better, so it's, like, you know, easier. Because it's really just supposed to, like, you know, present your, like, get the neck in the right position to, like, kind of swing the blade down through all of your necks kind of thing, you know?
well, if we all die, my wife will just resurrect me again, so...
Fuck you.
Nice. A wife? Oh wait, you have a daughter. Why did
Well, if you're resurrected, could you come back and resurrect us? We have diamonds.
Yes, and you do still owe me payment for this.
Exactly.
Oh, that's right. If I die, you're not getting paid.
Yeah.
Fine. Kaz will put his head on the thing.
Alright. You should put your head upon the thing. And he will pull up his blade and swing it down upon all of you. And in which all of you are engulfed by strange green flames. We will start with good old Kaz.
I'm Kaz.
Yeah.
You're good.
You feel as though you are burning alive. It is different than any kind of fire you felt before, because rather than feeling like fire is upon you, it feels as though fire is welling up from within you. It is disturbing at first, as you feel like maybe you really did lose your head, because everything kind of goes black for a little bit. But soon you'll kind of wake up, and it looks to be your old home in Shiv that you're in.
Shit.
Except it's just quiet. There's no sound, nothing for the village, no sound of your family. Just quiet.
Oh no. I'm going to look around, I guess. If I don't see anyone, I'm going to try walking outside.
Okay. You walk outside. The area just seems abandoned. Quiet. There's like this odd silence everywhere. Feels kind of unnatural.
Okay. Weird. I thought I would like it better with less people, but I don't. Oh no. Going to slowly. Do I have my stuff on me?
It just seems like you're there as you. You know?
Slowly reach into my bag. Pull out my shield and my gun.
Mm-hmm.
Just be ready. There's some shit that's gonna pop off. I don't know what it is, but I'm on edge. As I start walking around.
Towards the center of the village, you'll catch sight of someone. Kazzrann!
Oh, who is it?
It's your mother.
Oh fuck, I forgot my mom's name. God damn it, I wrote a whole ass thing.
You did roll a whole ass thing.
Turluk.
Turluk. Yes.
That's your name, right? Yeah, Turluk. Hello, mother. what the shit is happening?
Where have you been? Your father has been looking for you.
Why? Does he need something? I mean, I left, you know.
Left?
Because...
What silly words? Were you going to the big city?
Honestly, I'm hoping to go farther. I'm going to leave Shiv.
You'll hear a voice from behind you. But you can't leave Shiv. Shiv is where you belong, Kazzrann.
I'm gonna turn and look.
There's a Mog behind you with metal insectile legs. To think some of my twisted progeny would end up having children of their own. I didn't think any of them would survive.
Are you trying to tell me that we're related?
A wry smile will go across his face as everything will kind of fade away a little bit. And you'll see something else that's kind of weird at the second. A weird conversation that you didn't think you had in Goblin. With your mother being like, "It was only one time. He was very handsome. Do not worry about it. I still love you. I'm sure they are yours."
I don't know how to ask this question.
This is like, you almost feel like this is like when you were a child looking out, like, you know, when you finally got into like an age where you're like not trying to eat your siblings and stuff. It's like a conversation between your parents almost, you know? In another room.
If this... I feel like... This is causing me to question, like, a lot of things right now that I didn't expect to be questioning. Not necessarily opposed to what I'm learning. Unless the implication is that my mother... is that my father is actually this horrible, fucked up goblin man who's stealing all my shit.
I will tell you, it does seem that these two are separate, at least.
Okay, good.
His implications seem to be that, like, you are very distant related to him.
Cool. Obviously, I did not get my attractive looks from him.
No.
No, he's a garbage man.
You have to remember, the Mogs ended settling up in Shiv and breeding in with them. And, you know, he was a Mog. And maybe he had some kids at some point in time. And, you know, you were descended from him.
Okay.
Whoops.
Well, my dad might not be my dad, and my siblings might not be my siblings.
You can see a shadow behind, like, in there. Like, almost as if there's someone by your mother's side that you hadn't seen before. You can't quite pick it out. But maybe that's who she's talking about. In this weird... Is it a memory? Is it a vision? You don't know. Something about them seems familiar, though. But you don't know. Maybe? But everything fades to black again.
Ask
move
my
on.
mother some questions.
Cole.
Hello.
Cole. Everything will kind of also have that kind of strange burning in you and kind of fade to black. And when you kind of wake up, you find you're on this like strange cliffside above what looks to be a like a river twisting through a valley. There's a man there kind of sitting with kind of like you can see his back as he's kind of strumming on a what looks to be like a lute of some kind.
Okay.
Oh,
That's the only other. Oh, sorry.
hello there.
Hello.
He's like tuning it a little bit. Come, sit by me.
Well, you're the only other person here, and I'll get bored if I don't have anyone to talk to. I'll go and sit next to him.
Shame. I don't think I remember you. I don't think I would.
Most don't.
You're an interesting one.
You're certainly not the first to tell me that. Who are you?
Sorry. The name's Max. Entertainer by trade. Travel around a lot of places. At least I used to. At least that's what I can remember.
Well, we have the traveling part in common, it seems.
I think something's wrong, though. Don't remember as much as I used to. Feel like there's something blocking it. The memories. I
That's
don't know.
odd, you should get a doctor to look at it.
One of those things. You, sense things. I think maybe we'll meet again. String. Maybe things will be a little different then. How are you with your family?
I haven't seen them in a long time. Truth be told.
I don't know what happened to mine. Those memories, they end. It's all blur. You shouldn't, don't lose track of them. Not like
I try
me.
not to.
Anyway.
My travels take me to places I shouldn't go. A job of what I am, I suppose. What I was picked for, I guess. Reborn for.
Well, I think the other me's working on a new family. That's good. Hey. Tell him, thanks for saving my soul.
I'll do that.
Even if I remember it, and he doesn't. Maybe one day we'll be the same. Watch your family. Son. You, got a powerful lineage there. Living up to it.
Well, thanks, I guess.
As things
Be
will
sure to keep them close.
As things will fade for you then. You can't quite get you don't quite, like, as you're saying that, you, like, it's just like one of those things you never really quite look towards him to see his face, and it's just one of those things you just don't even pick up to. Carrie.
I'm here.
You get the same effects, but something different happens. You don't find yourself in any kind of same kind of realm, but someplace very different than you've been ever before. You find yourself in, like, just all of a sudden, when you like come to yourself after that burning and blackness, you seem to be in a massive tower overlooking a insanely sized metropolis, some form of city. Black metal spiraling up into the air, hundreds of feet.
Well, this is weird.
Indeed, it is strange.
Fuck off.
It's not your grandfather.
I don't care.
What language you have, child?
Thanks. I got it from my parents.
Are you, like, looking towards the voice at all?
Yeah.
There's a large man dressed in very regal black robes. Kind of a strange kind of, like, massive amulet, almost disc-like amulet around his neck. With, like, he's wearing kind of, like, a white kind of almost formless mask over his face. And he carries this, like, kind of massive black staff at his side. He seems to be standing there. You've come.
An edgy motherfucker.
You're one to talk.
I'm not edgy. I'm sexy.
This is proper for those that would rule over all of Urborg.
That seems really boring. Like, really boring.
You find fun in different ways.
I have a feeling your definition of fun is probably, like, committing war crimes.
No, I never committed such crimes. If you would believe
You dress like it.
Perhaps it is because of my nature. The city of Urborg is one of the strongest in all of Dominaria. I have ensured that our empire will rule.
Yeah, who are you?
I am Nevinral, King
Never heard of you.
of Urborg. Out of game you have...
I don't care.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to be a bitch.
Yes. It seems as though my resurrection is hindered. Well, I'm afraid you will fail the test that was given to you because you're acting this way. And I'm afraid your bloodline will end. You can make a choice here, young half-demon. You can either continue to act the way you do, or you can grow the fuck up. I believe it is my blood. That is one of the ways that you are keeping in check the powers of the other side of you. So, young one, do you wish to understand the nature of Urborg more, and what it means to be a rightful ruler? Or do you wish to just flail about and complain? My rule was perhaps not with the iron fist many believe. My metropolis may be one of living and dead, but we were a bounty on all the world, and I ensured that. My ambitions drove to our end. As he kind of moves a hand, and it almost like the entire scene changes from this city that is like the metropolis is actually impressive. From every city you've seen, this place is probably the most impressive you've seen. The largest city by far. Nothing exists on modern Dominaria that is as big as what this was. At least, not right now. Maybe something in the past rivaled this, but not right now. But now, like, it's almost like a frozen scene where you can see hundreds of dragons in the air, breathing fire down upon the city.
I like the dragons.
You can also see in the background one of the largest volcanoes in all of Urborg erupting, bringing down smoke and fire at the same time. I brought about this when I decided to bring war to our neighbors. That was a choice I made. That was a mistake I made. It's very interesting to see that a tryst of mine still holds blood in the modern era. Your modern era. It was long before, as he removes his mask, and you can very obviously tell he is undead. For I chose a life immoral. Before I became the great Lich Lord of Urborg. Let's put the mask back on then. I'm sure one of the small outlying communities, a small wee lad or lass of mine, eventually brought you about. You will have many choices to make. You can either act like a child and swing around, or you can make choices that will be proper. This metropolis ended. You could make one bigger and better than ever I could create.
I'm sorry. Literally, the only way I can not be a bitch is if I don't talk.
Then let me tell you what you may do. Bitch. When I decided to end everything, I did so. The power that was here, deep within my city, was such that if I wanted to, I could have attacked the entire world. Conquered much of it. I did not expect those of Bogarden to use nature against me, or the dragons to side with them. It was a miscalculation. Dragons have always been, well, fleeting in what their choices are. So, I ended everything here. I destroyed everything, all my enemies, all the Helikites, the entire city, and left nothing left. So the strength and dangers of here would be gone. But my destruction was not absolute. There is something you can find, something you can use to help claim your throne, descendant. So, he's going to hold up his staff. My staff still remains. Even my disc would not be enough to vaporize that. But I'm sure deep in the swamps of Urborg is a very difficult place to find it. But with it, you could summon the dead of Urborg to your aid.
Yeah, that's kind of badass.
The blood of necromancers of old flows within you. You should learn a little of your tradition. And perhaps a new queen of Urborg, a new city of Urborg can be born again. And my legacy can become yours. You have choices ahead of you. So, you can continue to be a bitch, but be a bitch that very least makes better decisions and stops being a little whiny bitch. Put on your big girl pants and start doing some shit for a change.
What if I don't want to wear pants?
There are some very fine robes that you can get.
I had to get one in there.
Now then, I think our time grows short. But know this, my soul is not completely destroyed. Another reason that we are meeting now. It mostly is. But a little fragment of me remains within my staff. Enough I could give you perhaps some advice from an old ancestor, if you can find it. Maybe a voice to rival that of your other ancestor. I've never been one for pacts with demons. They are dangerous even more than I ever was. Power is a very dangerous thing, young one. Use it more wise than I ever did. That is my final advice to you.
And maybe you're not all bad.
Many would have called me evil in my time, but there were plenty within the city that saw me as a savior for bringing up the great city as it was. We all are seen upon by those that are either our enemies or allies. The city of Urborg was a place of greatness. Law was enforced by the powerful magical artifacts I held. Order was maintained, and those that remained within the order had wonderful lives. None suffered under my watch. That I can guarantee. But does not mean there was not punishments. There was not harshness. Urborg has always been a harsh place. And those that live there know that. There are those that would remember us in negative ways because of what we were. Conquerors at the time. Fools, in a way. I would see us not as both evil or good, but see us for figures in the past that made mistakes. Well, it seems our time grows short. What is your name? As much as I enjoy calling you bitch all the time.
To be fair, that's typically what I answer to, but my name is Carrion.
Carrion. I enjoy that name. Reminds me of the rotting carcasses and all of the swamps, drawn forth to the surface by the bubbling springs of darkness, summoning forth the bones of many who have fallen to serve Urborg. It is appropriate. So,
Why do...
young princess, you do not necessarily need to take the throne of Urborg, but it is a place now, without king, without rule. It is ripe for strength to reunite it and rebuild it. And your bitch of a grandfather did such a wonderful job. So, find my staff. When you set foot on Urborg, you will sense it. That is my one gift to you. Then, when you find it, we perhaps can speak again in some manner. It is not a full phylactery, a fragment of one that I was able to keep a portion of myself in. Again, not enough to resurrect, but enough to give advice. Should you need it. One old ruler to a young one.
Maybe next time we meet, I will have made my decision whether or not to be a whiny bitch or be something better.
We all have to make a choice at some point in time. I had to make mine long ago in my youth when I was mortal. I gave up my life for power, for strength. But I was already the blood of rulers. I just chose to be more than just a chieftain, a lord, but to be a king, to be an emperor. I chose to determine the fate of thousands of people. Perhaps millions across the island. All on my decisions. There are many decisions we all make. Well, good luck to you, young Carrion. Perhaps try to be a bitch to those that deserve it. There are plenty of those out there.
Good advice.
Ah! And if you do see Heart of the Mountain again, tell him I did enjoy vaporizing his father. Anyway, and then you'll end. We're going to save Claude for next time, because his is going to be a little more complex.
Yeah, I figured.
Mm-hmm.
Claud complex?
Uh-huh.
No one could have thought.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes, you got to meet your other side of your ancestry.
I like him better.
Well, you know, he's evil in a different way. He's kind of like Conqueror evil that's a necromancer, but he also was like, yeah, I improved Urborg. I made it into like a actual civilization. You know?
He's still an imperialist.
He's still an imperialist.
Yeah, but he's better than Bill. Nah, I would say it wrong.
Bells and Locke is kind of more awful because he used horrible cult members and convinced them that he was some kind of god to them, and then he used those to influence and try to conquer the world from the underworld, from the underside of things.
Zach, I don't
As
like
one
that.
does. Typical
I think-
Tuesday.
Maybe both bad.
Oh no, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
no.
like I like one better than the other.
Oh yeah, no. And like, you know, Divinal's certainly bad. He's just less
You
bad.
can't dislike more than one thing.
Yeah, you know. It's like there are technically lessers of two evils, and one is technically less than the other.
Well, I learned that my mom cheated on my dad.
Yeah,
I just had a conversation with a dude on a cliff.
that's a conversation to have in Shiv. And to find-
Yeah, I made a note of that so that I don't forget to ask my mother about this.
You also learn that
Whatever.
the Mog blood in you is descended from a certain someone.
Yeah, I'm gonna have fun. Look, Kaz clearly has no issue insulting his family.
Yeah,
That just gives him more ammunition against Grell.
yeah. And Cole had an interesting scene with someone he does not recognize.
No.
Mm-hmm.
But we do.
Yeah, you do. You do. This was specifically mentioned in someone's backstory, that he totally had a family that probably went somewhere and ended up in Orvada because they were more merchants when the integration happened. I mean, honestly, it's been enough generations that there could be a lot of them. But you just found one.
Family's gonna be fun and shit if I remember the notes that I have.
I have to remember to check over them again because I didn't use a lot this time for it, and we'll probably need to use a bunch of it.
There's only like a few important details, but you got one of them.
Yeah.
Oh, Turlook.
Mm-hmm. She ran into a really hot goblin, apparently.
Look, Kaz can't blame her for that, okay?
Yeah, look,
Kaz's dad's name is Grodzul. If you can fuck someone other than Grodzul, do it.
Look, Grodzul's probably like, he's probably fine for a goblin, but, he's just,
What's his fucking occupation? It's shitty if I remember.
You gave your dad a really shitty job. So, I mean, yeah.
He's an artisan.
Oh, yeah. He's like a craftsman, So I'm sure, like, it didn't take a lot to convince your mom to, think, end up with someone. But we'll find out more about that. That'll be important-ish. Maybe not. We'll find out.
Who the fuck knows?
I mean,
you do probably. But...
Oh, I know. I know a bunch of stuff. I'm setting up the seeds and stuff like that as I need to. And Claude will have a nice, enjoyable thing next time with himself. And it'll be fun. That's true. But we'll worry about that next time. Why don't we have some shout-outs? We'll start with Mads, because you're the one that I normally start with doing the clockwise around with everybody. Or counterclockwise, I should say.
Eventually, we'll get back to Tuesdays. Life's just kind of hit all of us really, really hard.
Yeah.
So, hopefully, eventually, maybe it'll be recorded, but we'll eventually get back to playing Star Trek on Tuesdays.
We'll either get it live, or I think it may be recorded and we'll just like have it premiered on Twitch at the normal time. I don't know which it's going to be.
Yeah. And if that happens, probably a lot of us will be in chat.
Yeah.
Chatting along. But yeah, eventually we'll get there. It's just that life kind of sucks for everyone right now, and with the holidays,
It's adding to a lot.
It's hard.
Oh yeah.
It's the busy time of year.
That being said, I'm your bitch.
Yep.
I feel like Tantus very much enjoyed putting me in my place.
I enjoyed using a powerful figure that, doesn't take no shit to put you in your place a little bit.
It's valid. Carrie's taking that to heart.
Honestly, he's like a level, he would like be like a level 20 necromancer that's also a lich, so I mean, he was fucking...
It's Vecna.
He's basically, Vecna.
God, it is Vecna.
He really was Vecna. You know how he detonated his city by putting all of his energy into his phylactery, which was the disc on his chest, and it detonated and vaporized everything in a 10-mile radius.
That's fine,
Valid.
It's pretty baller, if I'm being honest.
Well, it was sort of like valid. His city was about to fall. It was on fire, being destroyed by a volcano, being invaded, and he's like, I have this pile of, like, incredibly powerful magic artifacts and spells and stuff. No one else is getting it. Fuck this shit. Everything goes away.
You ain't getting that stuff. You kidding me?
Yeah.
Truly based behavior.
I mean, it's kind of what he did.
It's valid.
But, Fish, what's your shout-out today?
Hi, everybody. I'm Fish Harlan. This week, despite my illness, I'm going to be performing the Osculum Obscenum. That's the Obscene Kiss. It's from a Ghost song. I listen to a lot of Ghost.
Like physical ghosts?
Yeah, I can't go into further details about the Osculum Obscenum, I think, without violating rules.
Indeed. Momo.
Hi, you can find me here on Wednesdays where I play a giant fox man, and be a pirate sometimes, although we're currently slaves.
Yeah.
Because we are practicing. I am a big fox in that game, and there's also a big dragon man.
The big dragon man is the best out there is.
We've also decided he's the most handsome of the party. And then you can also find me here on Saturdays for discussing tabletop.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
What does the fox say?
If I remember, it's actually a series of high-pitched hits.
Yeah, it sounds like a woman being murdered.
That's only sometimes.
That's only sometimes. In the grand scheme of the weird noises Fox makes.
Ironically, every time my character is hit, that is the noise he makes.
Mm-hmm. And Joe, what do you have to shout out?
Hopefully Tuesdays will start happening again soon,
Yep.
and we will stop having random life events that prevent it from happening.
Yay, life events!
And storms.
Week who it is.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is like each week it's someone else that's different. You know.
To be fair, the 1 week, Mads, if you didn't cancel, I was going to. So when you did it, I'm like, well, I don't have to be the one to do it.
Just in a lot of pain. I have chronic pain issues, and it's cold.
I was having a really, really, really bad week at work. And it was only Tuesday, and it felt like I had been working 7 days straight.
Oh, I hate when that feeling creeps in.
Yeah. But you'll find me here on Thursdays, on Tuesdays, on Funny Ones. I'll probably eventually at some point get back to discussing tabletop.
I would love to have you back on with the rest of the guests and stuff too. We've been doing actually really good on the newer format, and I'd love to have you join in on one of these weeks or something someday.
Yeah, it's still life events after my mom's passing earlier this year, and helping Dad out on Saturdays makes it hard.
You want to make sure to have him in a stable place, and that's important.
Yeah.
So, myself, Tantus Naravan Dracovin. I am here fairly often during the week, not most days currently. I've been doing a bunch of Valheim streaming. Currently I've been just doing major events, and that's what I'm going to kind of keep to for now, as I do a lot of stuff off stream, because I've kind of reached that game where it's a lot of farming and shit. I will be probably doing a little bit more of Phasmophobia, discussing tabletop Saturday 2 p.m. That's not going to be this week for Saturday. I am either going to be rescheduling it on Sunday or just skipping this week, because I'm going to be off at the Ren Fair with Joe this weekend on Saturday.
Yay, Red Fair!
So if I get a special guest, I'm going to be rescheduling that for Sunday. I'm just letting everybody know this week. So it'll be Sunday, 2 p.m. The kind of normal time is discussing tabletop. If the guest can't make it, then I'm just going to cancel it for the week. I'll let people know in the Discord and Twitter. Then there's also next week, of course, there should be having Buccaneers of Shackled Sea on Wednesday at 8 p.m. This show on Thursday at 9 p.m. For stuff. We'll see about Star Trek on Tuesdays on a Funny One channel, 9 p.m. EST. And I haven't determined if I'm going to do it at 8 or 9, but on Sunday evening, I am fairly set for my reskin D&D monster movie, the Midnight Mega Monster Movie Tabletop Drive-In. I am pretty well set up for that, and I've gotten a few people that have already agreed to it. So I'm getting characters. I'll have to give them some sheets. I've got most of the classes made that people might want to be. So I've been reskinning that and putting that together, and it's going to be a fun one. I've chosen a good movie, and I will let people know that I think I'm going to do a airing of that movie after it on Monday after my Pathfinder 2nd edition. So it'll be like 10 p.m. In my Discord channel. It'll be movie viewing. The formal announcement of the movie will be when I surprise everybody with what movie we're doing on Halloween night. So I've been doing a lot of setup for that, and I should be ready in time. So it'll be fun. That's going to be a big one. So anyway, everybody, have a great rest of your Thursday night or Friday morning, or very early morning if it's already passed, like it has for me and Joe.
It is Friday morning for me, yes.
It is Friday morning. It is midnight. So
Weirdly enough, it's Tuesday over here.
I work in 11 hours.
It's daylight savings time. Apparently, you've had a mysterious extra daylight savings time that's made it Tuesday. Congratulations.
I go in at noon, so I have a little less than 12 hours.
To work tomorrow.
I also have to work tomorrow. I might not work tomorrow. It depends on how many lungs I've coughed up in the morning.
7.
Hope you
More
feel
than
better,
two.
sir.
But regardless, great rest of your evening. Hopefully see you next week. Goodbye for now and farewell.
Bye.
Those are